This is it. And see you in July.
Michael Jackson spent the final weeks of his life preparing for what was meant to be his biggest comeback. Cameras captured almost every rehearsal, meeting, and behind-the-scenes moment as work on This Is It continued. At the time, those recordings seemed like nothing more than a glimpse into the making of a major concert. But looking back today, they carry a completely different meaning. What once looked like ordinary preparations has become the final chapter of Michael's life, preserving the last weeks before everything changed forever.
It's being reported in America that the pop star Michael Jackson has died.
That Michael Jackson, 50 years old, the king of pop, has died. A very, very sad moment.
Just days before everything changed, Michael was still completely focused on This Is It. Every part of the show passed through him first. In these meetings, he's reviewing visuals, talking through ideas, and making sure everything matches the picture he already has in his head. Even the smallest details matter because this wasn't just another concert to him. It was the comeback he had spent months building. At the time, this was simply another production meeting. No one around that table knew they were watching some of the last behind-the-scenes footage ever recorded of Michael.
Those are our shots that we licensed for a couple other things.
Love it. Love it.
And I love our little girl.
We love the idea of the little girl, Michael, like almost like a little something very, very delicate.
Finding a little moment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Thriller. Do not show this to anyone, or I'll have Vincent Price haunt you in your dreams.
That routine continued day after day. These weren't the moments fans were ever expected to see. They were simply part of the work that happened before opening night. Looking back now, that's exactly what makes it so valuable. It shows Michael completely absorbed in the process, focused on the show that everyone believed was only weeks away.
Look at just a little drag, a little bit more behind me.
Yeah.
Jump,
It's,
jump.
it's not the right sound,
Like
so
you're
imagine
dragging
this is
yourself
the
out of
right
bed.
sound. Check this.
Jump, 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 jump. No, don't change so soon though. Don't change over so soon yet. Jump, 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 jump,
Don't do that one yet?
No.
Michael sits with the band, listening carefully as they work through different parts of the set. It's a simple moment, but it says a lot about how Michael worked. Before the lights, the costumes, or the special effects, he wanted the music exactly where it needed to be. Watching these rehearsals today feels different because they're no longer just practice sessions. They've become some of the last recordings of Michael doing what he'd done throughout his entire career, perfecting every detail before stepping on stage.
We'll get the sound. We'll get the
Yeah,
sound.
we'll get the sound, but that's
Okay. Sound check.
okay. That's what we need to do.
Don't start.
I know, that's what we doing.
Just-
We need you to do the sound check, because can't nobody hear what you need to hear. Some people might not want to have that bass.
I wanted the way I wrote it. I mean, like the audience hears it. Wait, so wherever the record's doing, that's what I wanted to say.
You gotta get closer to what you want. Then if you want to hear a little more booty on something else, you know what I mean? That's only you can say that. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Once the music is taking shape, Michael turns his attention to another part of the production. This time, he's sitting with his creative team, carefully reviewing the visuals that will appear throughout the concert. Most people only ever saw the finished performances, but moments like these reveal how involved he was behind the scenes. He wasn't just rehearsing songs, he was helping shape every part of the experience long before anyone bought a ticket. Every decision mattered, from the smallest visual detail to the biggest stage effects, because everything had to come together as one complete show.
So that we can give you this 1 million people.
Michael, do you like this, first of all?
Yeah, that's a cool move.
Okay.
Cool move, but
Yeah.
it goes spreads out too much at the end.
So we
we'll
can just stop it whenever you hit the space button.
You
Boom.
Go to infinity.
Yeah. As though there's no more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 perhaps.
Yeah.
Or maybe just your 9 dancers.
We have 10.
More than that, he wanted people to walk away with something to think about and really
Look at this
They'll be
one.
floating so much that
I
you'll want
love
to grab
her.
it.
I love the light on that.
I love this one too. Look at this. Watch, watch, watch,
That's the
watch.
one, that's the one.
Watch what she does. Look, watch. Yeah.
Got it. And the lighting's
Yeah,
great.
you got it.
The lighting's great.
Great.
With the creative planning behind them, attention shifted fully to rehearsals. Day by day, the production started coming together as Michael worked through songs, choreography, and stage cues alongside his dancers and crew. Each rehearsal brought the concert one step closer to becoming a finished show. The atmosphere was busy and everyone had something to do. Dancers, musicians, and the crew were all focused on getting the show ready, making changes wherever they were needed. Every rehearsal brought them a little closer to opening night, and nobody imagined they were watching Michael's final days preparing for a concert.
What is that?
Everything the public could see suggested Michael was getting ready for opening night. Day after day, the rehearsals continued. The music was coming together. The choreography was getting tighter. Every new rehearsal made it seem like "this is it" was exactly where it needed to be. But the cameras only showed one side of those final days. A private audio recording of Michael revealed the suffering behind the cameras. His voice sounded slow, weak, and heavily affected. It was a side of Michael the public had never really heard, revealing just how vulnerable he appeared in his final days.
Little hope. That's the next generation. I love them. I love them because I didn't have a childhood. I had no childhood. I feel their pain. I feel their hurt. It hurt, you know? It hurt.
After several seconds of silence, Murray asks Jackson if he's okay. Jackson responds,
Hearing Michael's voice in that private recording is difficult. It's one of the last times the world would ever hear him speak. Then, everything changes. The next recording comes from inside Michael's home. It's the 911 call made by Michael's bodyguard, Alberto Alvarez, on the morning of June 25th. You can immediately hear the urgency as the dispatcher asks questions while Alvarez desperately tries to get help to Michael. At that moment, no one knew how the story would end. Looking back now, that call captures the first desperate moments of the emergency that would soon shock the entire world.
Sir, we have a gentleman here that needs help, and he's not breathing yet. He's not breathing, and we're trying to pump him, but he's not.
Okay. Okay, how old is he?
He's 50 years old, sir.
50, okay. He's unconscious, he's not breathing?
Yes, he's not breathing, sir.
Okay, and he's not conscious either? He's not breathing?
He's not conscious, sir.
Okay. All right, do you have him, is he on the floor? Where's he at right now?
He's on the bed, sir. He's on the bed.
Okay, let's get him on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, let's get him down to the floor. I'm going to help you with CPR right now, okay?
We need him. Yes,
we're already on our way there. We're on our way. I'm going to do as much as I can to help you over the phone. We're already on our way. Did anybody see him?
Yes, we have a personal doctor here with him, sir.
Oh, you have a doctor there?
Yes, but he's not responding to anything. No, he's not responding to CPR or anything, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, we're on our way there. If your guy's doing CPR and you're instructed by a doctor, he has a higher authority than me. And he's there on scene.
Okay.
Did anybody witness what happened?
No, just the doctor, sir. The doctor's been the only one here.
Okay, so the doctor see what happened?
Doctor, did you see what happened, sir? Sir, you just, if you can please.
We're on our way. We're on our way. I'm just passing these questions on to my paramedics while they're on the way there, sir.
Thank you, sir. He's pumping his chest, but he's not responding to anything, sir. Please.
Okay. We're on our way. We're less than a mile away. We'll be there shortly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Despite every attempt to save him, Michael Jackson was pronounced dead later that afternoon. Inside the Carrollwood home, the emergency was over, but outside, no one yet knew what had happened. That changed quickly. News organizations began interrupting their regular broadcasts with reports that Michael had been rushed to the hospital. As more information emerged, the confirmation everyone feared soon followed. The news of his death spread rapidly across television, radio, and the internet, leaving fans around the world stunned. Within hours, millions were trying to process the loss of one of the most influential entertainers in history.
Media is gathered here, crowds are gathered, onlookers and fans of Michael Jackson amid the news that Michael Jackson died today around 12:30 here at UCLA Medical Center.
After Michael's death, attention quickly turned to the events inside the Carrollwood home on the morning of June 25th. Investigators worked to rebuild the timeline, gathering evidence and speaking to everyone involved. When Dr. Conrad Murray's trial began, several of those witnesses took the stand. One of the first was Richard Seneff, the lead Los Angeles firefighter paramedic who responded to the emergency. He told the jury what his team found when they arrived, the condition Michael was in, and the life-saving measures they immediately began. His testimony helped establish what happened during the first moments of the emergency response.
On June 25th, 2009, I was assigned to Fire Station 71. The alarm sound comes on over the system and says 50-year-old male, cardiac arrest, 100 North Carrollwood. As we approached the scene, there were multiple security people, and they were all signaling for us to go upstairs. Walking into the room, one of the first observations that I made was that there was a doctor standing there. The gentleman identified himself as such, and that there were IV poles and oxygen tanks. Being the middle of the afternoon, very unusual, made me think perhaps this patient has a chronic illness.
Next, the jury of the Michael Jackson death trial heard from Michael Amir Williams, Michael Jackson's personal assistant. Williams told the jury about the events of June 25th, including the unexpected phone call he received from Dr. Conrad Murray that morning. He explained what Murray asked him to do and how that conversation unfolded as the emergency was developing inside the Carrollwood home. His testimony helped fill in another part of the timeline, showing how people close to Michael first became aware that something was seriously wrong and how the situation quickly escalated.
When did you learn of the phone call?
I was getting out and I checked, and I believe calling back at around 12:15 when I got the message.
So you got out of the shower, you saw there was a message?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You heard the message?
Yes, sir. It was Dr. Murray. I can't quote it exactly, but it was, call me right away, thank you. Something to that effect.
And were you asked to call 911?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you, upon hearing that message, call Dr. Murray?
Yes, sir.
Did he ask you to call 911?
No, sir.
What did he say?
He said, where are you? And I said, I'm downtown. And he said, get here right away. Mr. Jackson had a bad reaction. Get here right away.
Williams remained on the witness stand as prosecutors asked more questions about the morning of June 25th. He spoke in greater detail about the phone call from Dr. Conrad Murray and what happened after he answered it. As his testimony continued, the jury learned more about how the emergency unfolded and how the people closest to Michael began realizing something was seriously wrong. His answers filled in another part of that morning, helping explain what happened before paramedics arrived at the Carrollwood home.
I got there when the gurney was coming down. I remember seeing Dr. Murray come down.
And when you say the gurney was coming down, first of all, this is a gurney with Michael Jackson's body on it?
Yes, sir.
Being carried by the paramedics?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where were they bringing the body down?
Down the stairs that I pointed out earlier.
Okay. And where was Conrad Murray at that time?
At that time, I'm not sure, but I remember seeing him down by the ambulance, kind of giving instructions and talking to medics. I don't want to say giving instructions, but, just talking to medics.
The 911 call marked the start of what would become one of the most closely examined parts of the case. During the trial, jurors also heard testimony from Richard Seneff, the lead Los Angeles firefighter paramedic who responded to Michael's home that morning. Taking the stand, he described the condition Michael was in when his team arrived and the immediate steps they took to try to save his life. Seneff explained the medical procedures performed inside the bedroom and the efforts made before Michael was transported to the hospital, giving the jury a clearer understanding of the emergency response that morning.
At some point, did you learn that the patient that was on the floor that you were treating was, in fact, Michael Jackson?
I did.
Heron is doing CPR. Describe that for me, please. What you observed?
Standard. He's a big, strong man. He leaned over and started doing chest compressions.
Did you look at the reading on the EKG machine once it was hooked up to Mr. Jackson's chest?
Yes, I did.
What did you see on the screen?
Asystole.
What does that mean?
Flatline.
The courtroom then turned to events that happened before June 25th. Prosecutors then focused on the warning signs leading up to Michael's death. Sherilyn Lee, a nurse who had known Michael for years, told the jury about a conversation she had with members of his staff. After hearing about his condition, she urged them to take Michael to a hospital immediately. Her testimony suggested that concerns about his health had surfaced before the emergency at the Carrollwood home, but investigators still had one important question. What happened before anyone called 911?
One half of my body is hot and one half of my body is cold. And I was out of state at the time. I was in Florida. So I told Fahim, I don't know what's happening with him. I'm too far away. He needs to just go to the hospital. Because it didn't sound like a lot of distress. He just said one half of my body is hot, one half of my body is cold. So I just told Fahim he needs to take him to the hospital. Someone needs to take him to the hospital. He needs to go to the hospital.
And that's what you told Fahim to do?
I told Fahim that someone needs to take him to the hospital.
Another key witness was Michael Jackson's security chief, Fahim Muhammad. He described the urgent moments after being called back to Michael's bedroom that morning. Explaining what he saw when he entered the room, Muhammad recounted Michael's condition and Dr. Conrad Murray's actions as the emergency unfolded. His testimony gave the jury a closer look at those critical moments inside the bedroom, adding important detail about what was happening before paramedics arrived at the Carrollwood home.
And when you came around to the far side of the bed, what was Conrad Murray doing?
He appeared to be administering CPR. He appeared very nervous. He was on his side. He was sweating. And he appeared to be administering CPR.
At that time, did you see Michael Jackson's face and his full body?
Yes.
And what did you observe about his face at that time?
That his eyes were open and that his mouth was slightly open.
Okay. Did he appear to be dead?
Yes.
Another important account came from Kai Chase, Michael Jackson's personal chef, who was at the Carrollwood home that morning. She described what began as a normal morning before the house suddenly turned frantic. Chase recalled staff members rushing through the home and testified that Dr. Conrad Murray appeared nervous as the emergency unfolded upstairs. Her account gave the jury another witness's account of the confusion inside the house and the reactions of those who were there that morning.
I saw Dr. Murray come down the stairs into the kitchen in a panic and a frantic.
What was it about his demeanor or tone of voice that made you describe him as being frantic?
His energy was very nervous and frantic, and he was shouting.
What did he shout?
Get help, get security, get Prince.
And what did you do in response to Dr. Murray's shouting, get help, get Prince, get security?
I dropped what I was doing and I ran to go get Prince.
The investigation soon turned to rebuilding the timeline, with detectives focusing on the critical minutes before the 911 call was placed. According to police, after Dr. Conrad Murray found Michael Jackson not breathing, he did not immediately call 911. Instead, investigators said he made several phone calls to his office before emergency services were contacted. That delay quickly became a major focus of the investigation as detectives worked to reconstruct exactly what happened during those crucial minutes and determine why help was not requested right away.
According to police, after he found Jackson unconscious, he called this office and stayed on the phone for a full half hour.
A police affidavit says Dr. Conrad Murray found Michael Jackson not breathing at 11 a.m. the day the singer died.
Did anybody witness what happened?
No, just the doctor, sir. The doctor's been the only one here.
But the 911 call wasn't made until 12:21 p.m.
The trial then shifted to another crucial piece of evidence. Instead of hearing from a witness on the stand, the jury listened to Dr. Conrad Murray's recorded police interview conducted after Michael's death. For the first time, jurors heard Murray explain, in his own words, what he said happened during Michael's final hours. In the recording, he described the morning of June 25th, his interactions with Michael, and the events leading up to the emergency. Investigators would spend a lot of time comparing Murray's account with what other witnesses had already told the jury.
Then he complained. I got to sleep, Dr. Conrad. I have these rehearsals to perform. I must be ready for the show in England. And I told him and said, if I got the medicine that I give you, I'll be sleeping until tomorrow evening. A normal person, but you are not normal.
The recorded interview continues with Dr. Conrad Murray, answering more questions from investigators. Throughout the conversation, he expands on his account of the morning Michael died, describing what he says happened inside the bedroom and the actions he took before help arrived. He also explains the decisions he says he made during those final moments. His statements became a central part of the defense's case, while prosecutors argued that the medical evidence and witness testimony pointed to a very different version of what happened that morning.
He said, please give me some milk so that I can sleep, because I know that this is all that really works for me. I love to push it, it makes me feel medicine is great. I said, well, if I want to give you an agent that is going to put you to sleep immediately, and it can be so quick to act, I don't want to ever let you infuse such a substance when I'm present.
Before the verdict was reached, Dr. Conrad Murray gave an interview in which he shared his own account of Michael Jackson's final days. He discussed Michael's use of medication and explained what he believed happened on the morning of June 25th. He answered questions about the events leading up to Michael's death and defended the decisions he made that day. His explanation later became a major point of debate as prosecutors argued that the medical evidence told a very different story.
You said you gave him 25 milligrams, you watched him, and then you left for 2 minutes.
Okay. How long, as far as all of that you've heard, would the effect of 25 milligrams of propofol last?
But how could you be sure? I mean, wasn't it reckless to leave?
Murray contends he gave the singer so little propofol that the effects of it were long gone by the time he stepped away. But Jackson's autopsy showed he died with much more propofol in his system than Murray admits giving.
Looking back today, it's impossible to watch these rehearsals the same way. Just one day before his death, Michael was still doing what he loved most, preparing for the concerts he believed were still ahead. Everyone around him was focused on opening night, convinced there was still time. No one realized these ordinary rehearsals would become the final footage of Michael Jackson preparing to perform. Less than 24 hours later, the world lost one of the greatest entertainers in history, forever turning these moments into the last time Michael was ever seen rehearsing for the stage.
And the time has come. This is it. I love you. That'll be the ending of this, after the words. People are always saying, oh, they think they'll take care of it. The government will do, they who? It starts with us. It's us.
If you watch till the end, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications.